Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Natina Nakisha binti Abdul Basit. I'm candidate A.
And hi, my name is Fatima Sabini Muhammad and I'm candidate B.
Hi, I'm Kumaira binti Suhaimi and I'm candidate C.
I am Nurina Amani binti Fareza and I am candidate D.
So our group will discuss about, do you think that smoking marijuana is bad for our health? So marijuana or weed is a drug from cannabis plant. It can be used like cigarettes, vape, and mixed into foods like cakes, cookies, or brownies, and drinks. And drugs are our country's biggest enemy. I think smoking marijuana is bad for our health because it can affect our mental health. For example, if a person is too addicted to smoking and then one day the person can't smoke because run out of the marijuana, then the person will be anxious, stressed, panic, and maybe aggressive because there's nothing to heal down the person addiction, and this will lead to mental health issues such as anxiety. So how to stop smoking marijuana? There's two ways. So the first one is find a hobbies you enjoy that can distract you from the addiction. For example, painting, cooking, mountain climb, or playing video games. Other than that, find support from your family or friends. They can be your motivation to stop smoking. So that's all from me. So candidate B, what's your opinion?
So, in my opinion, I agree that smoking marijuana is bad for our health. It can give such bad impact, especially to people who drive a car. So, as we all know that driving under influence of drug, including marijuana, is also dangerous and illegal in our country. So, driving, as we can see that people who drive under the influence of marijuana can experience dangerous effects such as, slow reaction, lane weaving, decreased coordination and difficulty reacting to signal and sounds on the road. So, what you can do to help prevent impaired driving? So, if you intend to drive, the safest option is not to use any drug, including marijuana. So, I know that some Malaysia people very stubborn. So here are steps you can take to help prevent impaired driving if you plan to use or take any drug, including marijuana. So the first one is assign a trusted design driver who will not drink or use any kind of drug when you are going out or hang out with your friend. And second one is you have to plan on getting a ride home safely from someone who has not been, using drug or using, like you can also call taxi or use any grab car service. And last one is, remind your family or your friend to do the same thing. And Kumaira, sorry, candidate C, can I know what's your opinion regarding this topic?
Thank you, candidate B. I'm very agree with your opinion. And I also did some research shows that using marijuana while you are pregnant can cause health problems in newborns, such as premature birth, problems with brain development, and stillbirth. And it's still harmful to use marijuana before pregnancy, because before pregnancy, using marijuana can affect your fertility and make it hard for you to get pregnant. So, for my suggestion is we can spread the news about marijuana in the social media so that people will be aware about this marijuana and will follow the steps to prevent from it. How about candidate D? Do you have any opinion?
Okay, so I really love on how candidate C give their opinion. And in my point of view itself, as we all know that from the cannabis plant itself, it will plant an addiction. it's a instead of human's body. So getting hooked by it will also give a bad effect to people. From my point of view, as we all know that from the cannabis plant itself, it will plant an addiction inside of a human body. So getting hooked by it will also give a bad effect for people. In fact, 1 in 10 people personally get addicted by this dangerous misery. Sometimes they don't even care if these disgusting things give harms into their lifeline, such as in their relationships or in their jobs. So, from the scientists' view, the younger the people included in marijuana, the addicted they will get into it. So for my suggestions, I suggest that governments produce an addictive substances such as gums, maybe for the addictor, but advisely to include the suitable medicines to heal the habits in the human body. So for this discussion, I really have the favor in Nakisha's suggestions just now on the case of the hobbies distraction, because I think it will give a positive start for the addictor to start on their new life by not addicting to marijuana. Okay, so other candidates, do you have any opinion to give in this discussion?
Um, yes, I agree with you, candidate D. But for me, I prefer choosing candidate B opinion. As you can see, if you drive under influence of marijuana, you will harm other people's life, like candidate B mentioned just now, about difficulty of reacting to signals. This situation will cause an accident on the road. How about you, candidate A? Do you have any opinion?
I agree with you, candidate C, but for me, for opinion, I agree with candidate B. Because like what candidate B said, marijuana can lead the driver to slower reaction. For example, when the green light turns red, but the driver doesn't notice that, so the driver will hit the red light and that will affect another car. And for suggestion, I agree with candidate C suggestion because social media is the biggest platform and used by all communities, so people will be aware about the marijuana news. So candidate B, how about you?
I think for my opinion is, I think for opinion, I prefer to choose candidate A. Why? Because like candidate A said that, smoking marijuana is bad for our, mental health, and it can lead to anxious, panic, stress, and also aggressive. And while suggestion, I prefer to say that I will choose candidate C, just like candidate C mentioned earlier. The social media give a big impact to us, and if we spread the news in social media, people will be aware about this and also follow the step to prevent from it. Yeah, I think that's all from me.
Okay, so basically from what I see, it seems that candidate B has most the better the most voted for the opinions, and for candidate C, you have the most voted for this suggestions one. So I think that's all for this discussion today. So thank you for all candidates for joining in this discussion. Thank you.